December 2019. Picture a boy with no games to play, sitting in his room bored. When hopping onto the best console of all time, he notices a new free-to-play weekend event being hosted in the game store. Overwatch, it says. Now see, the boy heard about Overwatch before. A full-price $60 experience with 2016 Game of the Year under its belt. The game was renowned for its extravagant game trailers, each packed with vibrant colors and lore galore, and was currently one of the biggest names in esports. The boy's interest was piqued. After playing the trial, the boy knew which game exactly he would be asking for Christmas, and a few weeks later, his dream came true. See, that boy would later become disappointed when his full-price $60 game became a free-to-play experience, to which he received no extra skins, currency, recognition, or compensation by the company, other than the promise of a new shiny player versus environment experience. Waiting for years upon years, the boy continued to support the game despite server failure at launch, unbalanced characters which inevitably resulted in the temporary deletion of 2, a new focus on a battle pass that seemed empty, and a transition to a profit-based cosmetic line, replacing the grinding aspects of the game for his favorite skins for a $20 price tag for each skin in its place. Now, why would that boy wait so long? Why, for the player versus environment experience, of course, promising in-depth character customization equipped with new abilities, a highly anticipated story mode, and with the transition to a free-to-play game, accessibility to all. This was the last hope the boy held, and continued to be for several other thousands of similar players across the world. How disappointed those players would come to be. Now, in the case you haven't been on social media in the past 24 hours, let me explain to y'all what Blizzard has done. Not only have they obviously deleted their 2016 Game of the Year and in its place introduced a quote-unquote sequel with the promise of a bunch of different changes that would re-innovate the way that we look at sequels for all of video game history, they have deleted their PvE experience, which has been in progress for the past 4 years straight, fully in development by the effort of hundreds of people, and officially decided to strip dry their story mode experience that has been promised and highly anticipated by hundreds of thousands of players across the world. Now, why would they do this? Because according to them, it was harder than they expected. Now, I want to very much so preface this by saying I am not a developer of video games. I don't have any experience in creating video games. Maybe I don't even know the work that goes into creating a video game or updating it every single day, right? What I do understand is I have played video games my entire life. Never before have I ever seen a video game company kind of give up like this. You know, I've never seen a video game company go back on their word as far as Blizzard has. What some people don't understand is this game has been everything to a couple of players for the entire time that has been released since 2016. Some people go on there 24/7 and play non-stop beginning to end because they like the game, because they like Blizzard. Whatever it may be, they understand the effort that has gone into Overwatch in the past, and they hope to re-encapsulate that in their new experiences. The sad thing is, Blizzard is driven by profit. They don't care about the players, and it sucks to say, it sucks to understand, but it is the sad truth. Within the past day, I have seen thousands upon thousands of accounts from people across all different social media platforms asking to boycott Overwatch. Now, honestly, I'm not particularly opposed to this. This is a game that I've played a lot. I've already reached tier 100 through simply just buying this $10 battle pass this season. And I've played it a lot, right? I love Overwatch. Overwatch is cool. Overwatch is fun. I love the idea of what it used to be. And unfortunately, we have not reached that point anymore. They also released a roadmap, which, promises for the next 3 seasons, they will be adding one whole character, maybe 1 or 2 maps, we'll wait and see, and a couple of changes. Now, does that sound like the PvE experience we've been asking for? The story mode that has been jam-packed with a bunch of different abilities, a bunch of lore, a bunch of different cosmetics. Does that sound like a worthy reinvestment of your money, $30 in particular, every 60 days, just to ensure that you reach tier 100, or 80 in this case? Because I know it doesn't sound like that to me. Now, just for a couple of, map changes, a couple of readjustments in the meta, things that they will likely ruin just so they can be praised whenever they fix it, and of course, one whole support character in the next 2 seasons. I want you guys to understand that every single game that has come before Overwatch, that has done it afterwards, they have all done this stuff bigger and better. They are called updates. They are called normal seasons. Apex Legends, for example, just started about a week and a half ago. And since then, they introduced a brand new legend, which has been, 2 seasons, which has been quite a long time. However, they compensate their players by adding readjustments to weapons, by characters, by reintroducing maps that have been well awaited for, taking out things that they've been asking for, and of course, introducing things that players have been highly anticipating. I want you guys to understand that although, yes, it is a free-to-play game, you have to come in with some sort of decency, some sort of expectations, regardless of what it is. It is a product after all. And yes, I understand that profit is at the headline of every single company. Despite what they say, despite what they put out, as a business person, I fully understand that every person expects to make money off of their product. That is fully fine. I'm okay with that. I was okay that my family spent $60 on a video game for Christmas and gifted it to me, hoping I would love it 4 years ago. And of course, I absolutely loved it. I was able to open it a day early because I knew how much I anticipated playing this game. I, of course, understand what profit means to each company, and I'm okay with that. However, at what point does profit come over the players? When you are introducing a game with a jam-packed community, one of the biggest online presences in video game history, people who are dedicated day in and day out will play this game 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. At what point can you replace those well-dedicated players of your game with a price tag? I guess we found out recently that maybe that price tag isn't as big as we thought. It sucks to say, it really does. And as a long-time fan of this video game, it sucks to see it start dying this way. I was scared when Overwatch 2 released that the game was gonna die. People were complaining about it being free to play despite, people paying $60 for this game and not really being given anything. Did we get, as an OG player, as someone who paid for Overwatch 1, did I get anything? Did I get any compensation, any free rewards, any player cards, any battle passes, any in-game currency? No, not really. Instead, they actually, in fact, stripped away the currency that was able to be grinded out, and, you could buy skins with that. And instead, they introduced the idea that you have to pay $20 for a normal skin. A couple of different colored pixels, as some people say. Now, I understand, once again, I will keep on solidifying this. I understand that profit is a big driving point to majority of companies out there, right? Unless you are a non-profit organization, you are working for profit for your hard work. And in this case, they're offering a service, a video game, whatever you want to call it, a product for people to consume and enjoy. It's okay to ask for profit. They even collabed with One Punch Man and they offered, pay to access skins. A lot of people enjoyed it. A lot of people really liked it, despite it being $20, which is pretty overpriced. Games like Fortnite have introduced that aspect and people still pay for it, despite it being years upon years old. It's crazy to see. It's crazy to see that they're not going to be, delivering on their word. It sucks to see. It really does. It honestly feels like a bad dream. Like, this is the worst case scenario. This is the worst ending that we could have gotten. I've seen a lot of people say and voice their opinions. I think, 99% of the player base is concerned and upset about this. These new changes, they are absolutely infuriated by. I'd say the other 1% that remains either doesn't care or hasn't played Overwatch in a couple of years, so they simply haven't even heard of it. But Overwatch has reached such a state to where it's digging its own grave, and I truly think, I understand, and I absolutely am confident that if they continue this trend, it will absolutely be Overwatch and Blizzard as a whole's downfall. Now, with World of Warcraft under their belt, maybe it's not going to be a couple of years till we see them inevitably fall off the face of the earth. I fully understand that this is the ground zero of digging your own grave and laying down in it. Now, as a developer, like I said, I don't understand the work that goes into this, the hours upon hours of excruciating back pain that people likely go through just to create our favorite games. I do understand, however, that Blizzard is a ginormous company with a lot of money, a lot of crazy support. And with that support comes high expectations. They have delivered time and time again that they are capable, at least, of developing content for people to enjoy. And I'm super happy with that. I'm happy that we can experience stuff like that as a gamer. I have played so many games and I have seen so many games come and go. I never would I have thought that Overwatch would have gone out its own way simply because they have stopped pleasing their own fans. I never thought that that was going to be a possibility, but yet here we are. Like I said, this is a game. It's maybe not that serious, right? Maybe I'm just blowing it up out of proportion. But as far as I'm concerned, with their main headline being profit, 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 asking for $20 USD a skin each without even being able to afford to finish their own game, I ask you guys, what does Overwatch 2 stand for? And that is a question that I can't even answer myself. I remember BlizzCon 2019. They opened up with one of the craziest, most insane hype trailers of all time. I remember Reinhardt screaming "hammer down" and it being one of the most hype moments ever. Genji busting out his Ryuji no Keiwakure and it being so insane that players are so hyped. What is this gonna be? This has to be an update. This has to be DLC. This has to be something crazy. Overwatch 2. It was an entire sequel. People bursting out of their seats. What does this even mean? What could this stand for, as Overwatch is a crazy experience already? Never have we before seen a multiplayer game offering a sequel as of yet, and Overwatch 2 bursts out the gate with promises to re-innovate the way that players experience sequels. I remember they promised that cosmetics were going to carry over and new maps were going to be introduced. Overwatch 1 players were going to be able to play with Overwatch 2 players, with the promise that a PvE experience would be brought to the table so all of the community can expand upon their beloved IP and of course reinforce their support and love for the game. I ask you guys again, with the latter being removed, what even is Overwatch 2? I believe personally it was an excuse for Blizzard to ask for more profit, to capitalize off all of the community that absolutely adored their product, and instead ask for $20 skins, introduce a battle pass that was going to ask for even more money simply for you to just play the game, and lock new characters behind a paywall. So if you wanted to play the new legend day one, you would have to either pay $10 or wait until tier 60, tier 70 just to play the game. Back when Overwatch 2 was being launched, Blizzard has already stated that it was too hard for them to keep up Overwatch 1 and 2 servers, so they simply deleted Overwatch 1 from existence. It doesn't even exist anymore. So people who spent full price for the game that they wanted to enjoy can't even enjoy it anymore. If the original customers of Overwatch 1 want to play the game that they spent full price for, they have no choice but to play Overwatch 2 or suffer. And of course, Overwatch 2 having the paywall characters, having a not so free to play experience with all of the paid skins that were previously free. What is Overwatch? What are we standing for? What are we playing? What are we supporting? I'm fully fine with everyone boycotting Overwatch and it falling off of the face of the earth, just for people and developers in the future to understand this is not something that gamers will stand for. This is something that needs and deserves action against. However, I am merely just a boy. I am that kid in my room yet again in 2019 with no games to play, hoping that another comes and saves the day. This is just a rant. This was my opinions on the matter. I wanted to voice my opinions, get this off my chest, whatever you want to call it. Just really talk about this. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys have any other additions, questions, comments, concerns on the matter. And let me know how you guys feel. If you guys feel differently, if you guys have actual support of their decisions, let me know in the comments below. I'll be more than happy to discuss it with y'all. Personally, I have enough hope in humanity, I guess, that they go back and, go on their word yet again, decide to actually do the right thing and deliver on their promises. But as much as it sucks to say, I don't think they're going to be doing that. I don't think that they're going to go back on their word, do the right thing, and reverse their decision and continue to support their PvE that has been in progress for these past couple of years. It sucks to say. That is it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name is King Quado. If you guys are new, consider subscribing. It'd help out a lot. Have a great day, y'all. Stay safe, take care, peace, adios, and of course, until next time. Bye-bye.